All right, session 2, as we kind of wrap up your introduction. What was your character's spirit rating again?
D8.
So 8 or less. No, yes, no, yes, no. You get 2 minor clues for today's adventure.
Okay.
Okay. Errata from last session, the sigil that your family uses, I had it slightly wrong. It's actually per umbrum, per timore nos regum, which means through fear and shadow we rule. And I got one of the characters' names wrong. I said it right the first time, but I said it wrong the second time. Estella's last name is not Devereaux, it's Devronshea.
Okay.
Everything else, however, was correct. So when we left the last session, you were in Stardust Diner with Chandler.
Uh-huh.
And Chandler had just basically said that, if I remember my notes correctly, that he was a Grimm, and he's a Grimm, you should be careful. And he was talking about what your next steps are going to be before we ended the session. So we're picking up right from that conversation in the diner.
Oh, okay.
So he takes out his notepad and he goes, the first thing we need to do is we need to figure a couple of things out. I listened into the conversation you had, and plus you also gave him the relate when you were in his office about the people at the party. It occurred to me that I forgot to have him ask a question then that he should have asked, and that is, have you heard from any of these people?
Gregory earlier today, and then Estella like yesterday, but...
We really need to point that mic closer to you, because you are light-voiced.
Or maybe I should just shout!
Yes, that could help too. Because, like, watch the bars. When I talk, it goes all the way up to the top. Now you talk just normal.
Yeah, if I just talk normal.
See, it barely moves! So, yes, you need to enunciate and project more.
I could pull out my William Shatner.
Monroe, what can we do against this vicious hexen beast? Oh God, I'm seeing the Star Trek crew now try to do Grimm. Leonard Nimoy would have to be Monroe. Nichelle Nichols would actually be Juliet. And then poor, I can't remember Roddenberry's wife's name. But she ended up being Nurse Chapel for a while. She would end up being Rosalie, thank you. And Shatner would be Nick. That would just be a disaster.
Yeah, I don't think anybody would be able to watch and keep a straight face.
DeForest Kelley would be Woo for the sarcasm. Alright, anyway, back to the game session at hand. Okay, so Chandler's like, well, then we need to find these people and make sure they're all okay. You've only heard from Gregory.
Yeah, he was kind of pissed at me talking to the police.
You better call Martika.
Do I have to?
If someone's whacked her, it'd be nice to know.
True, it would be nice to know.
So you try calling her?
Yeah.
No answer.
Well, she's not answering.
You said she had a sister?
Samantha.
Try her sister. Hello? Says a very timid voice.
Hey, Samantha, what's up?
Roll your interrogation.
Erg. I did take it last session, so I don't have a negative modifier anymore. Yay. 4.
4 exactly. You can tell she's been crying.
What's wrong?
Nothing. I'm fine. Roll your interrogation again. This time with a +1, because obviously that had to be some kind of a lie.
Oh, it exploded. It exploded again. It fucking exploded again. Oh my god! You have any more D4s in here?
Yeah. I do.
I'm running out of D4s. Jesus Christ. Okay, thank God. So that's like That's 4, 4, 16...
7, 11,
18,
15, 19.
Yeah, 19.
Target is 4. 4 minus 19 is 15. 15 divided by 4 is 3. Yeah, because it's not a full 16 would be 4. So yeah, you have 3 successes over the target. Okay. You can tell she's been crying.
Mm-hmm.
You intuit it probably has something to do with her sister, because you know Martika is very verbally abusive to her.
Yeah.
And it might be that she's heard bad news, which has caused her to start crying, or something has intimidated her. It seems like it's the kind of sobbing one does when they're scared, more than just they're hurt or in pain, emotionally speaking.
Okay. Excuse me. Okay, so what should she say in this context? Blah. What?
With the kids
Oh.
making noise outside.
Hey, I was trying to get a hold of Marty. Do you know if she's there?
Why would you want to talk to Martika? She hates you.
Yeah, the feeling is mutual. But I had some...
She said we shouldn't be talking to you. She said it was dangerous to even think about you.
What do you mean?
You got hauled into the police station. Remember, most of the vests in New York believe there's a Grimm on the force.
Oh, yeah, they just needed some additional questions from Mom's case.
Okay, and there's people shooting at you in the street. I don't think we want to know you. I don't think you should ever call us again. Please, we already have enough trouble. We don't need any more.
Enough trouble? What do you mean?
Gregory's missing.
I just talked to him this morning.
No, he's not answering his phone. No one knows where he is. No one can find his Stella, and I'm just so scared. Who is that? You hear in the background. You little bitch, give me your phone. And you hear angry footsteps approaching the phone. And you hear yeah, I mean, it sounds like she got waylaid. You hear her whimpering from the below. Who is this? Marty's voice.
Hi, Marty. Nice to see you've managed to move into
Click.
the abusive section.
She hangs up on
Wow. She just smacked her sister. I wonder if I could get her on abuse.
you. Chandler looks at you and goes, please don't take offense to this, but Hexen beasts are not known for their familial affection. And from what you described to me, this Martika is a stereotypical spoiled brat.
Oh, yeah. Her picture is in the dictionary.
And is probably more afraid of what the association with you will do than anybody else. But now we have our answer. They are safe. Gregory, she said, was missing.
Yeah, which...
He takes out a notepad, he starts writing down things he needs to do. Below the list, he's already got like 10 things on it. He writes, find Gregory Roshev.
Yeah, which means that he had to go missing sometime after this morning, because like I said, he called me.
What time is the phone call?
Let me look. She brings it up on her phone.
Cite the time. He writes the time down, takes the note. He goes, okay. Ain't she say anything else?
She said that they were already in some kind of trouble.
He pulls out his smartphone. He opens it up. He has a quick search for your name. Oh boy.
Oh dear God, now what?
He puts the smartphone on the table. He hits play. And you see a YouTube video taken by a bystander of the hit in the car.
Oh.
And there's a very clear image of the guy rolling up beside the car and lighting it up. And then the guy just like by perfect luck, has you in frame as you pop up and start shooting. Then he's running after the scene. Other people are taking snapshots as other people are diving for cover. And he's hiding behind a car. He's like, oh man, oh man. And he's got the whole fight in frame.
Great, I'm a celebrity.
And then you see the aftermath. The video cuts. Chandler does a couple of more searches for the same video and cuts the video after the altercation. The police have shown up and have started wiping down the area. You notice something. The police are actually going along taking people's cell phones. And you see them checking cell phones. Roll your notice. This one's very hard because you're looking at it on a cell phone and the shots aren't always clear.
Shit. Yeah, I'm oblivious!
You don't see it. They're taking people's cell phones, checking the cell phones, and they finally come to him. So make sure that's still recording.
Yeah.
When they finally come to the guy with the camera, he actually hides it under the car. You see him go, shit, and he hides it under the car and stands in front of it, so you hear the conversation. Did you see what happened? A police officer asked him. I just heard shouting, and I came to see if I could help, officer. What's going on? Nothing. What are you doing with that lady's phone? You hear the photographer say. Nothing for you to be concerned about. Are you deleting her videos? It's nothing you to be concerned about, sir. Now back up. All right, fine. Officer, you have a good day. And the officers leave. You hear people saying, holy shit, man. They were deleting videos. That's like a total violation of, like, the freedom of speech or some crap, yo.
Oh, God.
Chandler goes, well, now I think I know why your fellow Hexen beasts were hanging up on you. Your reputation may have taken a vital hit.
Well, it's not my fault.
Not the point. You're dangerous to know now. I'd be surprised if any of your former associates ever speak to you again.
Thanks, Mom. You suck.
All right. I will get on board trying to find Gregory and Estella. What's this? He looks at the video a bit longer. You see, right after the fight, when they're hauling the Hunterjäger into the ambulance, a kid on a skateboard comes by, and he dips low and he picks up the gun, the Hunterjäger's gun that's on the ground, and skates off with it.
Oh.
Chandler freezes it. He turns around. The kid's wearing a leather jacket. Do you recognize that symbol? And you see... I should really keep some more scratch paper on me. Do you have any streetwise?
No.
Okay. So it's the check made at -2.
Oh, boy. You're just gonna make me get all sorts of skills, aren't you?
Savage Worlds is not normally a skill-intensive game, but any modern urban fantasy setting is. And the game mechanics still work pretty well for it.
Well, I got a 7. Well, -2, so it'd be 5.
Okay. You see a symbol. It's like that. What was your score again?
7 -2.
No, it's not 7 -2. It's -2 each die. So this die is a 1, and this die is a 2. You have a 3. You have never.
Okay.
You have no clue what the symbol means.
Looks like a... I have no idea. Looks like a crab.
Chandler looks at it and goes, the symbol in the middle is Chinese. It means happiness or joy, good fortune, that kind of thing. Everything else I have no idea. I'll look into it. It might be his compatriots or his flunkies, who knows.
Okay.
Chandler then hands you a cell phone.
Thanks. I'm guessing it's like a non-traceable type deal.
Well, first of all, there's nothing such as non-traceable.
Oh.
Anytime anyone does anything to an environment, they leave behind evidence of what they've done. There's no way to make any scene completely clean.
Good to know.
Do you have any academics or literature or any skills like that?
No.
Okay, he's actually quoting something very famous from literature, but you have no idea except for maybe a smarts roll. I'll let you have a smarts roll at -2 to try to figure out what it is he's referring to, because at this time period it was just starting to become popular again.
Ooh, it exploded.
It did. He's quoting Arthur Conan Doyle's Sherlock Holmes.
So you say, Sherlock?
He looks at you and just with kind of weird smell, he goes, now the question is, do you only know Benedict Cumberbatch as Sherlock Holmes, or do you know Nigel Bennett?
Neither?
Sir, no, my knowledge is failing me. I can't remember the next guy who played him. Razzle Hathborn or something, but the original black and white era Sherlock Holmes was a very famous author. Anyway, okay. So he starts mentioning all these old people from black and white movies and TV shows, and you don't know any of them. He's like,
Just
well,
like
okay.
The books?
What about Jeremy Brett?
Just the books?
Oh, okay. I'll be in touch.
Alrighty, well, I'll be
It would
here.
probably be best if you didn't mention to any of your friends that you're using a Grimm to get out of this.
I wasn't planning on saying a whole lot about anything at the moment.
Good. I'm not sure how many Grimms there are in New York City. I do know that Amity and I are not the only two.
Are they all as nasty as him, or
He's actually relatively tame,
really?
and I'm positively a saint.
That's disturbing.
I know one of them is involved with a racial hate group,
Oh,
one of
great.
the skinhead groups, and another one is involved somewhere in Harlem, but I haven't been able to get any really good, solid leads as it only strikes things that are in Harlem. So, there it is. Be careful.
I'll try. No guarantees.
I would offer to walk you home, but again, it's best we not be seen in public as much as possible.
That's fine.
I'll be in touch.
Thanks.
Okay? So
No.
you leave Stardust. Give me a notice roll as you're leaving.
Oh, boy. Ooh. 7 plus 5, 12.
The officers aren't trying to hide. There's a pair of beat officers that the entire way home are walking behind you, about 30 feet to 50 feet behind you.
Can she go into a sex shop just to fuck with them?
You can. Note, listening players, I did not state that's what the character should do. That was my lovely, somewhat prudish and pure wife that stated this. Alright, so you take a right into a sex shop there, and it's a sex shop, we'll say, labeled accessories. That's just a good generic, nice bland name, right? Accessories. And you walk into accessories, and the whole inside of the shop is like black walls, black drapes, black lights reflecting off the neon that glows in the dark. Your safe vanilla gear in one section, your borderline gear in another, and in the very back through a door, you see furniture on top of the door. Meaning that's where like all the things like, you know, the special harnesses and tables and benches must be. Along the other wall they have DVDs, lubes, ointment, that kind of thing. And the person running the shop looks like he's a 45-year-old man who just never got any when he was young, and then he's hoping by running the shop some desperate housewife will take pity on him and give him a roll in the back. When you walk in, being young pretty thing, he instantly drops his crossword puzzle. He's actually doing a crossword puzzle. And he just kind of looks at you and he like straightens up a little bit, kind of straightens his shirt. He's actually wearing like a full suit. I mean, that's the other odd thing, is that, you know, he's trying to look presentable. And he smooths his hair back and he's like, "Hey doll, what can I do for you?"
Oh, just browsing.
All right, is there nothing I can show you? Maybe some, maybe some lingerie, maybe some edible Andes, nice lubricants that don't leave a bitter aftertaste.
Actually, you could show me all the edible stuff you have.
Right this way. He then proceeds to try to make a sales pitch, and he's actually a fairly good salesman.
I need to roll something.
Oh! Yeah, he has a 16 to try to get you to buy this item he's pushing onto you. It's a $50 item. It's like a, without going into too much detail, because I'd expect you to dive into a shop like this. It is a combination of like DVD instructional video and some aids to go with the video kind of thing.
Okay.
And you get to roll to resist him. You get to roll your psyche
Okay.
and your wild die. You have to beat a 16.
No.
So, you know, you may not have anyone special in your life yet, but it's always good to, you know, be prepared for when that event happens. And it's selling today for the very low clearance price of $50. This set did go for $100, but I'll give it to you for $50, and I'll leave the fuzzy handcuffs in there as a... I'll throw in some fuzzy handcuffs as an add-on.
Why not?
How do you pay for it?
Well, oh yeah, she doesn't have any money. Completely forgot that she didn't have her wallet. Does she still have her purse? She doesn't have her purse either. They didn't give her back her purse.
Oh, wait a minute. I'm sorry. You go into your purse and your wallet is gone. You do have your purse. They would return that from the station.
Could I say that she has her checkbook in there?
Let me see if they thought to grab it. Let me see if they thought to grab it.
I know some people walk around a lot with their checkbooks and stuff.
The thief thought to grab it.
Oh, well, shit. Okay, well, that's problematic. The player completely forgot that she was missing her wallet, otherwise
I noticed that all during the
suggested
first session
that.
you didn't ask about it. So I figured you'd forgotten about it. I had something planned nasty for it later.
Yeah.
But no, you reach for your wallet and it's not there. Neither is your checkbook.
Oh my god, somebody totally stole my wallet.
A look passes over the salesman's face.
Could you put that on hold for me and I can come back later for it?
He does a cold read on you. And you can tell his first thought must be something like, this is a scam or she's going to offer something instead of money for this. And he's hopefully going to offer something instead of money for that. And then he realizes you're not going to offer something other than money for that. So he says, certainly, why don't you give me your name and your number and we'll go from there.
Sure.
He takes it, he clips it to the box, puts it under the counter. I'll hold that for you for a week.
Okay, thank you so much.
It was a pleasure to meet you. And
pleasure to meet you too.
I know it might be a little forby to say, but it's very rare I get lovely, young, nice ladies like you coming into the store. If you have any friends that might be interested in spicing up their love lives or have a new boyfriend or girlfriend, who am I to judge? Let them come into the shop. Tell them that we're here for them.
Sure, no problem. You have awesome customer service here.
Thank you, ma'am.
Leaves, and of course.
Sorry, I said ma'am. New Yorkers don't say ma'am, I don't think. I think it's pretty much a southern thing. All right, so you walk out of the shop. Yeah. Sure, if the cops are now in front of you, so they faked like they were walking their beat, it is very clear they are a tail.
Okay. Well, she's probably going to go to... Well, she's going to call her bank and let them know that her stuff was stolen, as well as the credit card companies, and she'll probably do that while she's walking home and ignoring them.
Okay. So you're calling your bank.
Yeah.
Report your credit card stolen.
Yeah.
Okay. And the bank goes, when did this happen?
This morning, I think, at some point.
And you're calling me from where?
I'm on my way home.
I need you to confirm your address, please.
She gives them the address.
I need you to confirm your 4-digit personal identification number.
Give them that.
And the last thing, I need your mother's maiden name. Psyche.
Well, who?
She just mentioned your mom. Your mom's looking dead a day at this point. You're still emotional about it.
Okay.
Target's 4. You managed not to break down and cry.
Oh, okay. So, gives her a mom.
Thank you, Miss Nottingham. I'll go ahead and freeze your accounts. I should warn you that we already show a pair of purchases.
For what?
I don't know what exactly for. I just have the business name.
Sure. Can you give me the names?
It is a small business on the outskirts of, I'm trying to remember the geography here of New York City. It is a small shop on the outskirts of, I had this actually planned out and I forget it. There's a small town just north of New York City. And when I say small town, I mean that small town's like the size of Sarasota, small town.
Okay.
Okay, but a lot of people will end up going through it on their way to NYC. All right. And she mentions that, and she goes, it's from a small sporting goods shop there.
Yeah, that wasn't me.
Okay, I will see what I can do about getting the charges reversed to put back to your account. We'll put a freeze on the card, see if we can't catch the criminal. Thank you very much for reporting this. Your new card should be to you in 7 to 10 business days.
Alrighty. Yeah, hang up. And then probably go to the bank so she can get some cash.
All right, so you walk to the bank. Roll your notice again.
Oh, wait. It's a D6. 3. I'm probably oblivious.
You walk into the bank. One of the bank managers comes over to you when he sees you walking in, and he goes, Miss Nottingham, I am so sorry. He takes your hand. I am so sorry.
Oh boy.
It's not over the news, but when we saw the footage of what happened, I asked around, and one of my friends in the police force informed me about what happened at your mother's home earlier. At this point, it was last night. Early yesterday. I am so sorry for your loss. Is there anything I can do to convince you not to close your account at the bank?
I wasn't going to close my account. My wallet got stolen, so I'm just getting some money to help.
I'm confused. My receptionist told me you were talking about closing your accounts.
No, I have no intention of closing my accounts. Who the hell is she talking to?
Let's go talk to the receptionist, see if we can't clear this up.
Yeah.
So you walk over to the receptionist. The receptionist sees you and goes, "What?" Roll your interrogation.
Shit, no.
You have no idea why she's looking at you this way. She's looking you up and down from head to toe.
Okay.
Hi, how can I help you again?
Hi, the manager told me that apparently I said something about closing my accounts. I have no idea what you're talking about.
Well, you tell she looks generally confused. I'm sorry if you don't remember the conversation, but about an hour ago you walked in and asked to close your accounts. You said something about you were leaving the city because of what had happened.
No, I was pretty much like at the police station and stuff this morning. There's no way
I'm very
been
confused.
here.
I could have sworn we had this conversation.
Are you?
Let's go talk to the teller that helped process your account, because I think we already closed it.
Oh, shit.
You walk over to the teller station, and sure enough, someone has cleaned out all of your savings, all of your checking account, and they collected your security deposit box.
Oh, yeah.
They somehow had your security box key.
Oh, boy. Yeah, she's like... I need to roll a psyche. Everything that's happened now, she's... Oh, boy. Well, I guess she doesn't completely blow up.
You managed to keep control of yourself. However, I'm going to say you've shifted into an emotional state. You've shifted into frustrated. While a character is frustrated, they're -1 on certain rolls because they're, stressed out.
Oh my god, oh my god, oh my god. Somebody must have...
Let's go into the manager's office. Do you want me to call the police?
Please. Wait, no. I don't know. Give me a few seconds.
Let's go to the office. So they take you to the manager's office. While you're going to the bank manager's office, you see the teller go, "What did I do?" And you overhear the teller say to the receptionist, "I don't know, I could have sworn that she said she wanted to close everything out." So it's like, "Yeah, she told it to me too." And how'd she change her dress so fast?
Somebody posed as...
I'm sorry, how'd she change her dress, but why did she change her dress is what they ask.
Somebody was posing as me. Somebody managed to change their appearance so they looked exactly like her and decided to dick her over. Oh, man.
Yep.
Yeah, she's pissed.
So you wait there in the manager's office. He comes back 5 minutes later, and he says, I have no idea how this could have occurred. And he shows the security footage, and you see you walk in a very upscale, rich, flowery dress with lacework all over it.
Number one, I don't even own anything like that.
And this person who looks like you walks in, and the bank camera here actually have audio. She has your voice. Roll your lore.
Yeah. Four.
It's a spell you recognize. It's a mimicry illusion spell, often used by hexen beasts and other magical creatures.
So another hexen beast
To
decided
get it, somebody had to have either your hair, your skin, or something of yours
Okay.
with your body on it.
Great. Well, how in the world is she going to get herself out of this mess?
Beatrice is like, I'm terribly sorry. Do we have a statement of how much was in her account? And I'm going to say that since you were upper middle class, you had under the $100,000 limit. They're insured for FDIC. Because we will restore your account immediately. We'll start a full investigation. I, of course, have to conduct an additional investigation to make sure. I mean, I know you wouldn't do this with Nottingham, but we have to conduct an investigation. There's no fraud involved.
Yeah, I get it.
Especially since she had your security box key.
I don't even know how she got a hold of that.
Have the police been to your apartment yet?
I don't think so.
You might want to go have them come to your apartment and check to see if there's any signs of forced entry or anything like that.
Okay. Well, thank you. I think I'm going to go home and check on that and then drown myself in some alcohol for the rest of the evening.
I don't mean to intrude, the manager says. But I happen to have chosen to do that one point in my life. And after the rest of my life, I have to be a friend of Bill. I would really like for you to spare that fate. You're young. Do you get what he meant by a friend of Bill?
I'm guessing this has something to do with alcoholism.
Alcoholics Anonymous. Friends of Bill are people who have graduated the program, have their little button they carry with them. So, What I would do, you're young, go out with your girlfriends tonight. Go out together, lose yourself in happiness for a while. And I'm so sorry all this is happening to you all at once. I'll pray for you.
Okay, thank you. That's really nice.
Okay.
Oh,
So, needless to
man.
say, you leave the bank feeling...
Yeah, she's like, it's like her life is falling apart all around her right now. And she's like, oh my god. Are the police still tailing her?
Yep.
Hey, you two. Give me a ride home.
They look at each other, look at you and go, we're foot cops, you dumb broad.
Well, you're useless. Stomps away.
Should arrest her for harassment. Well, she's talking about you, not me. That's good, Rich. I know, Bill.
Goes home. First thing she does is check the door to see if it's been broken into.
Nope.
So somebody managed
You
to get
see
it.
no scratches. You see nothing that would indicate any signs of forced entry.
Okay, well, she goes in. And then
Okay.
first thing she does is she goes and finds the notebook.
You hear the shower running. You hear
Okay.
Tabby singing in the shower.
Okay, well, like I said, she's gonna go grab the notebook first.
Okay?
It's there, right?
Yep.
Okay. She's gonna keep a hold of that because if somebody got in to get her safety deposit box key, then yeah, she's gonna want to make sure she gets a nice, good hiding spot for that and whatnot.
Tabby comes out of the shower, wrapped in a bathrobe. She's like, hi.
She sits down on the couch and goes, I'm so fucked.
Tabby instantly sits down beside you, puts her arm around you, leans her head on your shoulder, suddenly feels uncomfortable, sits back up at like the not too far away, not too close distance, puts her hand on your knee. What happened, hun?
I think a Hex and Beast disguised themselves as me and they just wiped out all my accounts and my safety deposit box. I am now broke.
No, you're not broke. Remember, they restored your money through FDIC insurance.
Well, still, dramatic. Of course, they restored everything, but for a little while, I was broke. And of course, my wallet got stolen while I was going about doing crap this morning and all that. And of course, I got a couple of cops that are apparently tailing me, and I don't know what to do anymore.
Okay. You need a night out.
Yeah, that sounds
Dancing
really good.
and tequila. That's what you need.
I won't say no.
Let me call a couple extra of my girlfriends from college. We'll all go out as a group. I got a great idea. My band scored a gig. Let's go there tonight. You can see me perform. You've never seen me perform before.
Sure.
Cool. Wear something classy. It's in Manhattan.
Okay.
And you see her go into her room. You hear some more singing as she's practicing warming up her vocal cords.
She'll go and take the notebook and start scanning it, get it
Okay.
put on a couple USB drives.
You finish doing that, and I imagine your character's probably still fuming that everything happened, even still at this point.
Yeah, she's had, like, the last couple of days have been absolute hell so far, so she's not in a good mood.
Tabby knocks on your door.
Yeah?
Roll your notice.
Wait. Keep grabbing the D4 when it's a D6. Ooh, exploded. Yeah.
It's definitely Tabby. I imagine your character. I had you do that because I imagine your character right now is pretty paranoid too.
Yeah, because she doesn't know what the hell.
Tabby walks in. She is wearing a slinky, well-fitting red dress. She has her hair falling back in like this almost, not flapper, but definitely an older like 1920, 1930 style. She's got what appear to be diamond. I mean, you can tell she can't really afford them though she's rich, but they're diamond long falling earrings, fake diamond earrings, and a couple of bracelets or rings. She looks amazing.
Okay.
You ready to go?
Yeah, sure, just give me a couple minutes.
Okay. She walks back out into the living room.
Okay, she'll put stuff on and hide the notebook again and the USB drives. What would she do with those? She'll stick one down her bra. And she'll take the other one and stick it put it in a little Ziploc baggie and stick it in the flour. And then go answer the door. Well, go first look through the peephole.
There is a young woman standing outside, and with her there is a man who looks like he's probably 35, 36. He looks kind of grizzled. He's got a baseball cap that's on backwards. He's wearing kind of just like normal New York clothing. But she's dressed like business professional. She's got like, a three-piece suit on. She doesn't have the tie, but she's got her hair back in a bun. And she looks vaguely Hispanic. Roll your smarts. You might notice who she is. Does your character watch a lot of TV?
Probably a bit. I got a 4.
Okay. I was going to actually impose a -1 on this, so you need a 5 or better. So she looks vaguely familiar if you're not sure who she is.
So through the door, because she's paranoid at this point. Who is it?
Miss Nottingham, my name is Danny Ortiz, and could I have just a couple of minutes of your time? It's about the shooting.
Are you a reporter or something?
Roll your interrogation.
Six.
Oh, she would actively resist that question, I would think.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry, I got the wrong die for her psyche. I do reporting, and I do tell stories for people, and I really think it's worth your time to talk to me, because in about 2 to 3 hours, you're going to be flooded full of reporters and correspondents who are going to talk to you about the shooting, and they're not going to have your best interest at heart. I do.
No offense, but it is an active police investigation. I'm pretty sure the cops don't really want me talking a whole lot about it.
There's a 48-hour delay on such things, but that 48-hour window is going down very quickly. If you talk to me, I can guarantee you can get ahead of the curve. You'll only have to do this once, rather than have someone hounding you every single day. I mean, right now you've got a pair of detectives and an unmarked car out front and a pair of beat officers following you around. Every other reporter in the city is going to see that and assume you're guilty, and they're letting you out to try to catch somebody. You've got one chance to tell your story and get public opinion on your side, and I'm it.
Shit.
It's a really good case, isn't it?
Yeah, it's a really good case, but unfortunately Chelsey is very hesitant to trust anybody that she doesn't, explicitly know. Tabby and Chandler are, the only 2 people that she really trusts at this point.
So you trust your best friend and the Grimm you've met out of nowhere.
Well, the Grimm that she met out of nowhere, and who seems to be actually helping her out.
Okay.
But everybody else, she doesn't know. For all she knows, a reporter could be lying out of her ass and just trying to get a story to smear her.
She is a reporter.
So, she doesn't really know what the hell to do.
Roll your smarts. Let's see if an idea occurs to you. Normally it's the kind of thing I would charge you on your minor clues for, but nope, oh yeah, it's a trait test, so you get your wild die. I think this idea would be pretty evident, so you only need a 4. Just have it.
Just made it. Oof.
Occurs to you to ask who she reports for.
Who do you report for?
Let's see if she gets away with lying to you this time. Oh.
Do I need to roll something?
Oh. Ow. You get to roll your psyche to resist believing her. But you're going to have to beat a 17.
Oh boy. No pressure.
None. Not good enough.
No.
I report for various people. I'm a freelance reporter. I work for several different agencies. Most of what I do is print, but with the emergence of the internet, I now go directly to podcasting and live stream services, including New York Live, which is the latest thing in the internet that's catching on. You have to know what New York Live is. Actually, I think I was going to call it Five Boroughs Live. 5BL or 5 Boroughs Live is a streaming news service that tries to beat the other organized news services by reporting directly to you from the field.
Okay. Where's Tabby?
You hear her in her room still putting on the finishing touches on her set.
Hold on just a second.
Certainly, we'll wait.
she'll go to Tabby.
Okay.
Get Tabby's opinion.
You get to Tabby just as she's putting on a very light necklace. And she's like, oh, hi.
There's somebody outside who's claiming to be a reporter and wants my story.
Really?
Yeah. I don't know whether I should trust her or not, though.
Tabby goes to the door and looks out the door. Her eyes go wide because Tabby does watch a lot of television. She turns and she whispers to you, that's Danielle. That's Danny Ortiz. She works for the tabloids and for 5BL.
Ah, so she's...
You do not want to talk to this person.
Okay, cool. I knew I could rely on you.
We gotta get rid of her.
How?
I don't know. You're the Hexen Beast. Curse her or something. We've already established, since you were trying to be normal, you don't have any of the components you need in the apartment.
I'm trying to be normal. I don't have half the components that I need. Most I can maybe do is like telekinetically do something.
Okay.
Trying to think how to get rid of a reporter.
At your door.
At your door. Yeah. Well, she did mention there was like detectives and shit outside, right? Could she somehow get them to like come up there?
Regretfully, the woman is not trying to enter your domicile. She is knocking.
Do they have a fire escape?
Just waiting for you to ask. For the sake of the law of drama, because from my understanding is that fire escapes are either being modeled out or going through some kind of renovation in New York code at the time. You have an older building. There is indeed an old style fire escape that takes us down to the back alley.
Why don't we just go out the fire escape?
She looks at you and she goes, to the bat poles, Batman! This huge smile on her face.
They'll go to the fire escape.
You walk out to the fire escape. She closes the window behind you.
She'll telekinetically lock it behind them, so that way they won't have to worry about somebody breaking into the apartment.
Okay.
That way.
And you're down the ground in a matter of minutes as soon as you give me an athletics check.
Oh boy. I don't have athletics.
Oh, that'll be fun.
So, let's see. What ones do I need to get now? Streetwise and athletics? Oh, thank God it exploded.
Tabby gets rolled D8 and a D6. Tabby's down there with no problems.
5, 6, 7, 8.
Okay. So you skinny down the fire escape. You get out to the back alley. Night is just starting to fall.
Mm-hmm.
When you're down there, you hear a familiar voice say, Ohio.
Oh, hi. Hey, Tabby, can you give us a second?
Tabby takes one look at him, sniffs the air, and goes, licks her lips. Birdie.
No.
Renji looks at her and says, try it, pussy. Tabby vogues for a second, and then it deflates. She's like, officers nearby, bitchy reporter up north. Officers nearby, bitchy reporter upstairs. You are so lucky, bird boy.
Okay. Totally playing up the stereotypes.
Renji looks at you and goes, we meet again.
Yeah, I seem to keep bumping into you.
He looks around the alley and goes, I take it you want to leave without being seen.
Yes. Well, from the reporter upstairs at least.
Well, the detectives are out in the car out front, and their beat officers are going to turn the alley in just a moment. He takes out a bottle of alcohol in a brown bag. Bail me out tomorrow.
Okay.
He proceeds to dump it all over himself and stagger towards where the approaching officers are coming.
Okay, she'll beat feet after Tabby.
Tabby sees what he's doing, looks at you and goes, that was brilliant. I hate to admit it, but that was brilliant. Stupid bird. Bet he goes good with wing sauce.
Now. You don't always have to be a little kitten, you know that?
Stop cackling, witch. Your mood has now gone from being frustrated to being happy and content. So you get bonuses to different die rolls, and it's harder to make you feel certain things because you're right now happy and content.
Okay.
You walk down the street. Tabby, some points, puts her arm through your arm. She's telling you jokes and stuff about her day. It's clear that she's much more at ease than she was yesterday. So I gotta ask, do you tease her any about Consuela?
Of course.
Okay.
Just like a little bit, but yeah.
At first she's okay with it. She's bantering back. But then you say something, you just kind of see her kind of like withdraw, and she gets really, really quiet. And you can tell you've hit some nerve.
Oh, I was just joking, you know? I wasn't like...
It's okay. I'm just... It's all right. She's lying.
Okay. Player drain is in here. Why don't you tell me more about it? No teasing, I promise.
It's just... I don't remember what happened, and it has me freaked out, okay?
Oh.
When I was a little girl, I never really liked boys. That didn't happen until I was about to be a teenager, and even then I was mostly just playing with them. I mean, it wasn't like boys were really interesting. And most men I've met are either too stupid or just too self-involved and selfish to really, think about that with them. So, although you've seen me with a lot of guys and flirting with them, and I like sex with them, it's not like I like sex with them. You know what I mean? It's never really been good, and the relationship with them has never really been good. That's why I go through them so fast. So after waking up with Madeline on New Year's, I started asking myself, what if I'm gay? And I'm scared.
Don't have to be. I mean, if you want to, what you can do is you can just, try it out and see if it's something that fits.
I kind of was with Consuela, but I just was so nervous, it felt even worse. So yeah, I'm very confused, and that's not even the real issue. The real issue is that you see a big shuddering sigh as she admits it. I'm afraid of going to hell.
Well, I don't really know what to say about that because I'm not the one who gives ultimate judgment in that regards, but I'm pretty sure that if there is a God out there, he's not going to toss you down in hell just because you think tits are more
2,000 years of Christian tradition begs to differ.
Yeah, and how many of them were the patriarchy trying to impose their values on the masses?
She looks at you, her head quirks, and she goes, look at you getting all militant feminist. She puts her hand up into the air quotes you just did. Patriarchy?
What, it got you to smile?
It did at that. All right, I think I can do my set now. Thank you.
No problem.
And she gives you a very forced, obviously friendly hug with an extra inch of space in it just to be clear to herself she's not gay. You arrive at the club. The club is on probably the 6th or 7th story of a massive high-rise. And the jazz club that you're going to is actually built, it's rented a couple of office spaces out, so it's not like it's a standalone building. And in this particular place, it's a very popular Manhattan night spot. There's also a couple of restaurants in that same building. There's a couple of night spots. And as you walk in, you notice the crowd is very, very excited to be seeing her band, Dulcinea, play. And I'm going to go ahead and start this set for background music that her band plays, if the tablet will help me. So Tabby saunters up onto stage. I mean, it is a saunter. And there is not an eye in the house that is not on her when she starts singing. The lights are perfect. She's up there kind of moving back and forth perfectly. It looks like every stereotypical jazz singer you've ever seen depicted. And the whole crowd is just like, wow. What do you do?
I'll find a quiet little spot to settle down in.
Give me a notice roll.
5.
It's hard to notice things because the jazz club is dark. There's also a lot of people smoking and drinking in the conversations, plus the music. But you're not there for more than a minute or so before suddenly Chandler's in the seat next to you.
Okay.
Hi.
Hi.
Didn't mean to freak you out.
Well, that just seems to be the theme of the last few days.
I need you to throw your drink on me.
Okay. So, is it on him?
Roll your smarts, because he actually means more than just that, but you didn't realize what he meant.
Okay, 8.
You realize he wants you to play the whole jealous or offended girlfriend thing.
Okay, so she'll get herself all up. It's probably easy to get herself all up on an umbrage
Speech
here.
roll, you're trying to impress the room.
How could you go behind my back with that little stink?
She didn't mean anything, and you hadn't put out in a month.
Oh, please.
You both need to make performance rolls here.
Are you just that desperate for some? What am I doing? Performance?
Speech.
Speech? Oh, I think I have speech. Snake eyes! She's horrible, apparently. Oh!
He covers by, like, you know, going, well, if you weren't always, like, doing the William Shatner type thing and trying to relate to me, maybe this relationship would be working out. But you're as wooden as bed as you are to me right now. And he gets up and he leaves. And you notice as he leaves, a pair of detectives are following him now.
Okay. He's kind of gonna sit there and go, okay, what's going on now?
Leaving you alone in the pub. Sorry, in the jazz club. What do you do?
Well, he didn't say to follow him, so I don't know.
No, he wants you to stay put, obviously.
So she's just gonna stay put and
Okay.
get another drink.
What are you drinking?
Probably a wine.
I so need to take you to a jazz club.
Well, what do they
There
say?
are wines available. No,
Uh-huh.
you declared wine. There are wines available. Give me an interrogation when you ask wine from the waiter.
Okay, my character is probably more familiar with jazz clubs than I am. I've never
Okay.
been to a jazz club, so I don't know.
Typically, jazz clubs, it's beer, it's hard liquors, it's mixed drinks. Straight wine, although it is available, is a rarity.
Okay, then.
And they would look at you kind of like you're not really into the feel of the place kind of thing.
Okay, then she'd be.
At least the ones I've been to.
Then she'd be drinking a beer.
Okay. He brings you a higher up there beer, something that's got some steam or something to it, and it didn't play the next track like it was supposed to. Bad. Bad. So we'll go to the next track there. All right, so Tabby's like, thank you, and she starts going to the next thing. And at one point during the set, you notice that there's a boy in the front row who is just like at a table, and he's just completely enraptured by her. And she notices him too, and so she starts kind of playing up to him. Occasionally she'll sing towards him, she'll make a motion towards him with the hand and then look away. And he's a good looking guy. He's probably like in his late 20s, maybe early 30s. He's dressed very well. Hair is well done. No, gaudy jewelry or anything. And he just is, he cannot take his eyes off your friend.
Okay.
He's sitting at a table with like 2 or 3 other guys.
Okay.
What do you do?
She'll watch them. Just make
Just
sure
watching
make sure they don't do anything inappropriate. But her best friend's a big girl and can handle herself. And, only if things get too bad will she actually wade in there and try to do anything. But otherwise, she'll just keep to herself because she's there to enjoy herself. No drama.
The set goes on for about 20 minutes. There is a dance floor. Do you want to go dancing?
Would it involve dance partners?
Typically it does. Unlike a juke joint or a club, the dancing you do in jazz typically is with a partner specifically, and it tends to be, I wouldn't really say it's slow dancing, but it's definitely intimate. So if you go onto the dance floor, someone's going to approach you to be a partner.
So once again, it's, she'd kind of want to, but at the same time, she'd be a bit paranoid of, okay, is this guy just a regular guy, or is he trying to be like a undercover cop, or
so you're telling me you're fairly close to it?
Yeah.
Okay. You notice several people around the club will look your way, and they're like kind of looking away because they're hopeful, but they can't think of something to say. And then you see this one guy as he's walking by, he just kind of stops, turns, looks at your beer, and goes, I hate that beer. What do you like about it?
Good taste. I like a bit of bite.
Bite, huh?
Eh.
He sits down in the chair next to you. Well, then why aren't you drinking something like, I don't know, harder stout?
Oh, I don't want to completely lose my head by the end of the night. I still want to be able to actually, walk out of here on my own 2 feet.
So you're lightweight.
Depending on the liquor.
Best thing then you might want to consider if you like something with a bite to it, that's a beer. He mentioned some other like microbrewery thing. He does the whole hipster thing, I drink this thing, but you've probably never heard of it. You should try this stuff. It's really good, Might be up your alley.
Okay, well, give it a shot.
Let me get you one from the bar. He comes back, he sits down, and goes, give it a shot. It smells alright. It's okay. This is your 3rd beer. Give me a vigor roll.
Oh, she only took a small sip. Well, she didn't really drink the first one completely because she threw it on Chandler.
That is true. Okay, it's your 2nd one. Still give me a vigor roll.
What's her 36? Five.
You're not intoxicated yet, but you're feeling a buzz.
Yeah, she'll probably pace herself. Get
He's
some,
like,
snack
see,
food
told you
or
it was better.
something.
He reaches into his pocket, pulls out a card, slides over the table for you. It's a shame that a beautiful woman like you has to be alone tonight. Unless you're here with somebody I didn't see. And if so, I don't want to intrude, but
Nah, just a girls' night.
those are always good to have. There's some guys that get jealous when people go out on a girls' nights, but you gotta have some time with people who are just friends.
Yeah.
Lenny.
Chelsey.
Shake hands with Lenny. So what do you do?
I'm a sales manager.
Oh, really? Where?
Macy's.
Roll your grill. Roll your interrogation. So I called it grill from a former game. Oh, you only have to beat it 2.
Oh, that's good, guys. I'm exploding. Okay, so 3, 4, and 3, so 6.
You say that, and he gulps, and he kind of looks at you, and you can tell that he's a sales manager, too. And since you have the raise, he probably works for a different store who's a rival. Macy's, huh?
Yeah.
How you doing over there?
Alright, I suppose. I might be getting out of it soon. I don't know. I've had a lot of drama happen recently in my life.
I realize we just met, and it's generally a bad idea to tell someone how to live their life when you just met them, but let me give you some encouragement. Let's call it that. Don't change your life just because something got hard. If something gets hard, it means God or the fates, what it is you believe in, or test you to see if you really want it. You seem driven.
It's actually a really nice thing to say.
Well, I want to be able to call on you again sometime.
Okay.
You have a good night.
You too.
He holds his hand out again. You take it. He gives it a quick kiss. Do you let it?
Yeah, sure, why not?
All right. He walks away with a bit of a saunter. Right, Lenny, somewhere down your character sheet. I didn't plan that encounter. That just kind of happened.
Okay. Lenny, what am I reading? Lenny, just Lenny?
He didn't give you his last name. On his business card, it says Herschel. Lenny Herschel.
Lenny Herschel?
Lenny Herschel.
Okay.
Your phone rings.
Okay, hold on just a second, because I gotta take a quick.
You are taking a trois, is what you're telling me?